We'll jump into this next story. So we have this from TMZ. Everybody's dying to talk about the Damar Hamlin conspiracy. I woke up hearing all this crazy news about, whatever. And then I saw this Damar Hamlin conspiracy theory and I said, this is the most interesting thing I've read all day. Or it was in the morning. So it was like the most interesting thing I've read the past day. So Damar Hamlin has a heart attack. Okay, no, I'm sorry. He had cardiac arrest. He didn't have a myocardial infarction. On the field, he tackles a guy, takes a hit. They say, what is it, commotio cardis? Is that what they call it?
Commotio cardis.
Commotio cardis. And now they're just saying cardiac arrest. They're not saying commotio cardis for whatever reason. He goes to the hospital. They say, he's going to make it. He's fine. They post a picture of him doing a little heart. They say, there he is in the hospital. Apparently, he returned. Allegedly, he returned. But the problem is, when he returned, he was wearing a mask, glasses, and his hood is over his eyes. And there he is in the window. You can't see anything. He's holding a heart. And they were like, look, he came back. He pulls up in a car wearing sunglasses indoors, a mask, and a hood over his eyes. He keeps his head down, walks into the room, people surrounding him. You can't see his face.
They have him in like the shielded golf cart when he's like supposed
shielded
to
golf cart.
Pope-mobile.
Pope-mobile. Yeah. They bring him into a room where they film him from behind, wearing a hood, waving his arms and cheering. And then the reporter's like, there it is. There he is. And I'm like, bro, I don't know who that is.
Well, and they show
probably know it's Bill Clinton.
They show close-ups of his mom and his brother who are walking on the field, but we never see him, right? Like, it's so sketchy.
Here's the best part about it. TMZ says it's not true. We called them and asked them, and they said it was him. That proves it. I love that logic. It's like, okay.
They wouldn't lie to us.
Well, hold on. I didn't see his face. You can't see his face, right?
Yeah.
I think that's...
Like, that's their best picture to prove that he was there.
I think that was Dave Chappelle.
So what do you think's going on there? Like, if you had to bet everything, would you say that was him or wasn't him if you had to bet everything?
Not him.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think maybe like, after he experiences that hit, he goes to the hospital, like maybe he doesn't look so good. Maybe he doesn't want people to see like him in a disheveled state. I have no idea, but
he could be like pale, sweaty, gaunt, and looking miserable. And so that's a fair point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see any incentive for his family to lie about his attendance there. Like for what?
He's not playing games anymore. He's not in the eye of the public. His Q rating, whatever you want to call it, not that it was like particularly high to begin with, but it exists, right? So this is basically like, what's your level of popularity among the public? He's out. He's injured. He's done. This is end your career. I know skateboarders who are on the verge of turning pro, and they sprain their ankle, knocking him out for 3 months, and they get dropped by every company. So here's a guy who is knocked out of the press. No one's talking about him. They're like, we need to get him back out there. And I can certainly imagine an agent coming in and being like, look, man, I know you're hurt, but we got to get you back out there and get some cameras and get some press attention so that you don't lose the news cycle. I said, well, what can we do? We can't leave the hospital. I said, let's just get a guy, put a mask on, sunglasses. We'll do a quick appearance. We'll say it's you. No one will know. You never prove it. That to me makes a lot of sense. What people think is that Damar died and that the vaccine did it. They think he's dead. They think the vaccine did it. And they think they run a body double, which makes no sense.
I don't want that to be true, but man.
If he died from a heart attack, they would just say, guys, he died from a heart attack.
Right.
We all know he had a heart attack. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he's probably not in good shape, and I think I don't think that was him. It's too weird. Why wouldn't you just show his face at any point, even his eyes?
Because he might look like shit. I don't know.
But he's got a hood on and a mask. You can't show his eyes at all. Like, they did not show this person's
like a
face.
niqab, like Islam style.
Sure, it's better than nothing, right?
He shows up in a niqab.
What gets me is like they brought his mom and younger brother, who's like a little kid, out. Like, it is weird. Like, why wouldn't they be with him?
I don't have an opinion on whether it is or is not him, but it is super weird to be like, we can't come up with any clear pictures that actually identify this as the guy we're saying. Like, just take our word for it. That's super weird.
Like, they could have just as easily like taken a picture of him in the booth, or like in the whatever that's called, the box. I'm super into sports, as you can tell. In the box, and been like, oh yeah, look, he's here with the head coach or the guy who owns this whatever, and been like,
but
it's
again,
fine.
if he looks like crap, he doesn't want that image out
but
there.
Still,
maybe. I don't know.
Then why show up? Why would they film in the booth from behind of him waving his arms in the air instead of just doing nothing?
And
but if it's what you're saying, like, I do think that's a much higher risk strategy, because if they find out it's some body double or whatever, like, that would just be a disaster.
No. That would be huge. That would be amazing. This conspiracy theory right now is press. So at the very least,
sure, yeah.
at the very least, least he might have been thinking like, yeah, I'm going to come back and check out the game and hang out in the box. And they were like, here's what you do. Wear a mask and sunglasses, get everybody going crazy, think it's a conspiracy. That is also a possibility.
Yeah.
That
seems more plausible, I would say, like that one than like the body double thing.
But it's like, look at this picture of him. His hood is over his eyes. He's not even looking at the field.
Why is he throwing the rock up? Like, is he a Jay-Z fan?
He's doing a heart.
He's just
but
I thought
hold
that was the
on.
Freemason
Why
sign
is
or whatever.
why is he?
That's a terrible
People posted the picture where it's the
Yeah.
Illuminati. But hold on, why you see his hood is over his eyes? He's not looking at anything. What is going on? He's not even looking at the field. He's like someone told him, "Hey, stand by the window and do a sign. They're gonna take a picture." It's like, okay, I can't see, so I'll do it right here. Is this good? That makes no sense. What's he?
That's just an angle thing. He's like looking down like this. It's over.
Oh, come on, dude. His eyes are
That's how it
completely
works.
covered with the hood. You can see it's like,
It's not him.
There's no way that's this guy.
I'm gonna say
I
it's
mean,
him.
why would-
I'm gonna say it's him.
taking the safe route.
fair.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why they can't.
Okay, hold
why
on.
they
If
wouldn't
you're-
come up with a decent
Wait,
picture.
Okay, and also if
If we're at a casino, and you walk up to the Damar Hamlin, is it him table, and it is and it isn't. You're putting your chips on the it's him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's why I asked you the question.
But here's
Yeah.
you know why I wouldn't, because there's no proof to suggest it is. There's no evidence.
His family saying it is.
his family never said it was,
sorry,
they just walked on the field.
I'm a journalist.
He said they contacted the family.
I made
They
a phone call.
contacted-
It's Bill Clinton. His family said it. You heard his family actually come out and say it happened? Because all I know is that TMZ said we made a phone call and they confirmed it was him.
And who's that?
I'm like,
I shouldn't say that, but like, oh, sorry.
Wrong place.
I assumed from that press release
Who
that
is
they
they, though?
contacted the Bills or whatever team he plays for. You know, then they were like, yes, indeed, we brought him back. Like, they didn't say we talked to his mom. They didn't say we talked to his uncle. Like, they didn't say anything. They just said, yes, someone has confirmed it was him. Like, this is so weirdly non-specific. If it was specific, and to your point, like, if he felt awful, if he didn't look good, like, why not just be like, yeah, he's not back yet, but he's watching the game from home. He's having a good time. Like,
yeah, why?
Why bring him out there if he is in a position where he looks so terrible? He doesn't want to be seen. Like, you must mean that he also feels awful, and we're gonna drag him to a football stadium? Like, that seems cruel or desperate.
Or maybe he wanted to be there. I don't know. Maybe
Here,
he
look.
wanted-
Watch,
so
watch
much
this
that he
video.
doesn't
Watch,
want anyone to know.
watch this video.
Looks like Damar Hamlin is
That guy has sunglasses on.
All right, look, watch.
Yes, if they show him in the stadium in any capacity, it will blow the doors off of this place. Damar Hamlin just showed up, and it looks like his mom and his little brother is there. Oh, we love to see it. Stay tuned. It's the Bengals.
So
Bills.
we saw no one. We saw nothing.
Coming up on CBS.
Also, he says it. If they show him in any capacity,
Here, look,
That
watch,
was
watch,
like
watch.
foreshadowing.
No
Okay.
way.
boxer coming
Dude,
out for a
come
fight.
on.
What's happening?
He's wearing sunglasses. His head is down. He's got a hood and a mask on. Why? And then he just goes, no stopping, no looking, no waving, nothing. Just zip, zip, zip. There's more.
I got it. Like,
Wait.
This
There's
story
more.
is
There's more.
Facility this week, Sean McDermott telling us it was so good to have him around. He told us it's baby steps right now.
Plus it's
all
snowing.
Such a good
completely up
shot.
to Hamlin how involved he wants to be every day. A spokesperson close to the family said despite being out of the hospital, he still has a lengthy recovery. He requires oxygen and he has his heart rate monitored regularly, but he is upbeat. He's positive.
Yeah, if he requires oxygen,
There's
he's,
nothing in the room.
Look.
Do you see oxygen there? I don't.
Right here. What a scene. Oh.
I mean,
Why are they filming this? Why did they film him from behind in the room waving his arms like this? You can't see his face.
that's
Look at this. Come on. This is an SNL skit.
What
Where-
the
it is.
Wait
Also,
a minute.
requires-
It's hilarious. Come on.
I haven't seen any of this, by the way. I'm just going based off what you guys are
Look,
telling
You're
me.
like,
watch,
my
watch.
odds have suddenly shifted.
I mean, when he's doing the arm thing, now I'm like, wait, if he was in truly bad shape,
Would he be able to do that?
wouldn't he be winded? Like,
Yeah,
from,
right.
like
Also,
Why don't you pull your hood back, for God's sake?
well, they also just said he requires oxygen. I don't see oxygen.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
somebody
yeah.
explain to me
Maybe
what's
it's,
going on.
Maybe it's like through the clothing.
he has a backpack we can't see that's
Maybe,
carrying
I
the
don't know.
tank.
Look at his hood over his eyes. He's not looking at anything.
I love
No.
this story.
He might as well be wearing a
This is-
Balenciaga.
yeah, this is
gift
very
mask. You can't even
bizarre.
see
It's
anything.
just weird.
Here you can see
It's
his
actually
hood's
Kanye
back.
West.
But like,
It's Kanye West.
why film this video this way? Like, they film it from the side, from behind.
Also, that little kid is not his brother, unless he's a kid I don't know about, which is totally possible. Like, he's in there alone without the people we brought out as his mom and brother.
Yeah.
Somebody explain to me what's going on.
I don't know what the point
weird.
is.
That's the one they
It's all
sacrifice an
weird.
effigy to Moloch or something.
So this tweet, this guy said, "My thought is that he's no longer with us." I don't know about that because that didn't make sense either. It would make no sense to have him come out if he wasn't around. Like if he died in the hospital, they'd just be like, he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually would make more sense. They would say it was commotio cardis. He took a hit to the heart. We tried to save him. We couldn't.
And
If
then-
having him come out and say he's on oxygen and all this stuff is actually like more suspect.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's dead.
I don't
I'm
think
just
that.
like-
I think he's really sick, and that's sad. And we shouldn't like use a fake person as a puppet to advance the narrative of what the Bengals like.
I don't
what
have
is
any
this?
proof that that's not him. There's no part of me that would be in any way surprised if I found out that that was definitely not him. Like
Yeah.
there is
His,
either.
this guy is so sick. He requires oxygen. His mom isn't even sitting with him in this shot.
They-
like, are you?
Yeah.
What?
They put no effort into actually making
Yo.
him seem like
Also,
he's.
We're in a
Notably-
simulation, man. Everything's fake.
He's also wearing bright red. He is the only person. They're like, please notice exactly who's walking through the crowd right now. Like, it's
Think about this.
staged.
Think about this.
Wouldn't wear your Bulls.
The
color-
journalists
or,
have provided no evidence
Bills colors.
that he was actually there, other than that's what they claim. And I'm like, okay, well, for me, that's fine. You can claim whatever you want, but I don't believe it outright. Like, you know, I need something more than just be like, he was there. Trust me. See, here's a picture of a guy in a jacket. I'm like, I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah.
That could be Bill Clinton for all I know. Probably not Bill Clinton because he won't be waving his arms around like that. He's an old man. But that could be anybody. So if they came and said, no, we got a photo, even if they did that, even if they're like, here's a photo of him smiling with fans, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, you know, they didn't film it, but I'll take him at
That's
their
what
word
I
for the photo.
exactly. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if he was in the box with the owner of the team, right?
Oh, and the wife and the kids. Someone super chatted. The wife and the kid weren't even with him when the brother or the mom walked in. I'm sorry, not the wife and the kid. The brother and the mom. They're not with him. They're walking in a
That's
different
what
way.
I just said. Like,
oh yeah.
Also, your son is so sick he requires oxygen. We're bringing him to a game, and like, I don't know who that little kid is, but it's definitely not his brother. Like,
Here's
this
the
doesn't
thing
make
to
any
consider.
sense.
Consider this for the media. The media can come out and say, and they will, Damar Hamlin showed up. He was there. Regular people will hear that and be like, "Oh, did you hear he's out of the hospital? He's there." And then you'll be like, "Bro, did you watch the video?" No. Yeah, that didn't look like him. I don't know. The media said that it was him, so it was.
Does
That-
it twin we don't know about? Maybe
That point is.
If it was a twin, they would not have covered his face.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe he doesn't look enough like him.
He has like
they're-
a scar from like a.
They're fraternal
fight.
twins. Like they're both boys, but they don't look like at all.
They're not the same size, right?
It's a guy whose name is Damar Hamlin, but it's a totally different guy. So it's like technically,
yeah.
we were not lying to you. That is Damar Hamlin, just not the football player. He's a dentist from Dubuque.
Did you see that? There's another super chat in there that said that he posted. Tim, look at his Twitter. He posted clone. Did you see that?
He did posted clone.
He posted the word clone.
Apparently, I can't fact check it, so someone should look it up real quickly. But
What?
if he posted that, that makes it even weirder.
I really hope that's true.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Your
would be.
voice sounds like a car idling to me sometimes. It's so low.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah. Oh
Yo,
my God.
hey, come on, man.
What?
What?
Wait,
What?
what is this? Is that supposed to be? Is that
That's
him?
him.
So there's a painting of him, some dude whose face you can't see, and it says clone.
Yeah, what's with this? Oh, there's so much obfuscation of his face. Like,
Yeah,
why?
so he's probably making fun of the idea, being like, people think it's like a clone of me or something.
But
Or he's admitting that it was not him.
No, I think he's making fun of the idea. Like, this is a picture, I guess, that
I guess, but why
posted,
can-
Where is
like-
his oxygen?
Yeah. Why continue to obfuscate your face like that though too? Like,
I mean, he's generating press for
I
himself.
mean, why did you
Yeah.
do that, you know?
yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah.
Good
So-
point. Yeah.
He's generating press for himself. The fact that we're talking about it
Yeah.
on like a mostly overtly
Yeah.
political show. You
I
know?
mean, it's a fun thought process. I think this is weird, but
All right, so I don't know what he looks like, but the picture, if you zoom in, you could, and you knew what he looked like, you would be able to identify him. Right? I don't know what he looks like, but if you zoom in on that and you knew, like, you were familiar with what he looked like, you could be like, yes, that is him. No, that's not. Like, if that was someone that I knew, like, if that was like James Hetfield's face or like, you know, whatever, Michael Jordan's face or whatever, I could probably be like, all right, I'm familiar with the shape of the eyes and the nose. You
if
could,
you are alive and well, why is this the
Enhance.
photo you post at your job?
Enhanced.
I mean, I don't know that I can answer questions like that. I'm just saying that even though that isn't the most
I'm willing to be wrong on this front. I just don't think I am. You know?
fair, fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of feels like this painting or whatever on the brick is like in memoriam. You know what I mean? Like when they do those paintings and they put it up.
We can't
like-
even see his tattoos. That's the other thing. Where are these identifying markers?
I mean, it's winter. You know,
Sure,
it was
but
snowing.
But still,
Buffalo.
It was actually pretty intense in Buffalo, but I should understand sunglasses in a snowstorm indoors.
Yeah, I know. That's
It's just like, I don't know, man.
Unless his eyes are really
midday.
bloodshot, to your point, like maybe
While
it's
it's snowing.
really rough. But then,
What if-
why is your family making you come to this press appearance?
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.